Hi, and welcome to Qoheleth with Chuck Frank. This is our study of the wisdom writings of Solomon, a man who lived over 3,000 years ago and was believed to be the wisest man on earth. This is Q10, a message for you. Moreover, I noticed that throughout the earth, justice is giving way to crime. Even the police courts are corrupt. I said to myself, in due season, God will judge everything man does, both good and bad. And then I realized that God is letting the world go on its sinful way so that he can test mankind, and so that men themselves will see that they are no better than beasts. For men and animals both breathe the same air, and both die. So mankind has no real advantage over the beasts. What an absurdity. All go to one place, the dust from which they came, and to which they must return. For who can prove that the spirit of man goes upward and the spirit of animals goes downward into dust? So I saw that there is nothing better for men than that they should be happy in their work. For that is what they are here for. And no one can bring them back to life to enjoy what will be in the future. So let them enjoy it now. Well, this is a divergent path for me and for King Solomon, because I couldn't agree with him less. I agree with him that even 3,000 years ago, the criminal courts were corrupt, and God has given us over 3,000 years to fix that, and he is definitely judging us now because we haven't. And it looks like he's possibly given us a reprieve to maybe correct that, and we'll see whether or not that's possible or not. But definitely, God is testing us, and he's separating the saved from the beasts. And unsaved men are definitely beasts. Godless men are no different than animals. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that right now in November of 2024, that a group of people who are in what we call a lame duck session are desperately trying to start a nuclear war with Ukraine as their proxy and Russia as the so-called antagonist. Although it's clear that Ukraine is the antagonist, it's actually the United States which has U.S. soldiers firing missiles into Russia. So this is a big mess, and I do not accept Solomon's summation that, we're just here to do our work and that we should enjoy that. Because God created us for far more than just doing our work. And he created us to have relationship with him. So how do we have a relationship with him? It starts with prayer. And for many people, they're uncomfortable with the idea of prayer. They may have a memorized prayer. They may have a prayer that they were taught as children. And I want to offer just an outline for a prayer for you. We use the acronym ACTS, ACTS. And this may be a way for you to help yourself get into the mindset of praying to God and having 4 sections to your prayer. And every day, those things can be different. So the A in ACTS stands for acknowledgement. We need to acknowledge who God is. He's the God of the universe. He is the God who has created everything. And when I say everything, I mean not just the physical plant of the planet Earth, not just the universe, but so many things that we enjoy. He created humor. He created drama. He created music. He created science. He created the concept of languages, and every single nuance that we experience is by the hand of God. And so we need to acknowledge that. We need to show our respect to him at the beginning of our prayer. And so the A is for acknowledgement. And after you've acknowledged who God is, then you go to the C, which is confession. Okay? And that is confessing the things that you've done wrong. Not for your entire life, but recently. Things that are on your mind, things that you know you didn't handle the best way you could, in a way that would make him proud. And it could have been something mean that you said, or it could have been gossip that you participated in. Whatever is making you feel small and not being the person that he intends for you to be. Confess those things and get them off your chest and off your mind. So that's the A and the C of Acts. Then there's the T, and that is your thanksgiving. And you can't do enough of this, because when you think about the people that are in your network and all the different maladies that befall them, whether they're physical or mental, there is so much to be thankful for. And I mean even the basics, like being able to physically do things, having an appetite, being able to sleep well. And then there's all kinds of things, thousands of them each day, little and large. And there's thanks for things that he's done for people in your life that you're concerned about. So that should really be the largest portion of your prayer. And then the final part is your supplication, where you're asking. And God says he wants you to ask. And so we shouldn't feel bad about asking. I guess maybe a way to measure it is to remember that God can't grant you selfish requests or requests that go against who he is. But he can certainly accept your supplications on behalf of other people that you're concerned about, things that you're hoping will happen for you in your life. Could be something small that's immediate, could be something large coming up. But he's saying, you're allowed to ask me. He says, knock and the door will be open. And praying is our knocking. And God wants us to do it constantly. You can say all kinds of quick prayers. They can just be prayers of thanks. You're waiting at a light and you catch the light, and that means that you're not going to be late. That's a reason just to say, thanks so much for that, God. All of these things start to build your relationship with him. And if you couple that with exposure to any of the ways that we have for you to be exposed to the Bible, whether it's Qoheleth and hearing the studies in Ecclesiastes or Proverbs, or almost everything that we offer here is something that has something to do with the God of the Bible and how it applies to your day today. So thank you for participating in Qoheleth, and please consider using this little 4-part outline to start to build your communication network with the God of the universe, because he's waiting and he wants to hear from you. God bless you.